శోధన ఆలోచన భరత జాతి జగతికి ప్రగతి మార్గమయ్యేలా ఆంధ్రమాన జాతి కంద అన్నపూర్ణ అయ్యేలా రైతన్నల అభివృద్ధికి పెనుబాటలు వేస్తూ ప్రపంచాన పచ్చదనపు రంగు నింపు నిలయం ఆంధ్రనాట వెలసినట్టి అధునాతనాలయం అదే అదే మన వ్యవసాయ విశ్వవిద్యాలయం.
I request all the dignitaries to join for lighting of the lamp.
పడిపోతుంది కొంచెం లోపల కలవచ్చు లైట్ లైట్ పడిపోయి సాగర్ ఒక లైట్ వెనక్కి పెట్టాను. Okay.
I request Dr. K. Vemana, Professor and Head Department of Plant Pathology, to give the welcome address.
Pleasant and very good morning to August gathering present here on behalf of the Department of Plant Pathology, Acharya Engineer and Agriculture University, Sri Venkateswara Agricultural College, Tirupati. It gives me immense pleasure and distinct honor to extend a heartfelt welcome to all of you to the inaugural function of the IPS Central Zone Symposium and SAS National Conference. We are gathered here to deliberate on the critical theme, integrated approaches for managing emerging and re-emerging plant pathogens. In an era where agriculture faces evolving biological threats, we are confident that this platform will give the way for the innovative and sustainable solutions. On this occasion, I am equally honored to welcome the President of the today's function, Dr. Viswanathan, the President-elect of the Indian Phytopathology Society, New Delhi. We welcome you, sir. And it is my profound privilege to welcome our chief guest of today's function, a dynamic leader and distinguished academician, Dr. R. Sharada Jayalakshmi Devi Garu, the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Acharya Engineer and Agricultural University. Madam, we are deeply grateful for your gracious presence and leadership today, madam. And we are privileged to have with us our distinguished guest from the University of Administration. I extend to Dr. G. Sivanarayana, sir, Director of Extension, Acharya Engineer and Agricultural University, Lam Guntur. Thank you, sir, for both of you joining to us on this occasion. And we are, and also I would like to extend a special cordial welcome to our guests of honor, eminent scientists who have traveled to share their expertise with us. Dr. M. Krishna Reddy, sir, former Head Division of Crop Protection, ICR, Indian Institute of Horticulture Research, Bangalore. And also Dr. V. Celia Chalam, Principal Sanitation Head Division of Plant Quarantine, National Bureau of Plant Genetic Resources, New Delhi. Heartily welcome, Madam. And we are delighted to welcome our special invitees with a special mention to our international guest of Dr. Nguyen Da Koya, Vice President and Secretary General of the Vietnamese Phytocultural Society. Welcome, sir. And also I welcome Dr. M.K. Naik, sir, former Vice Chancellor, KSN, University of Agriculture and Horticulture Sciences, Shivamogga. And also, I extend a warm welcome to the pillars of our local research and administration, Dr. V. Sumte Madam, Associate Director of Research, Regional Agriculture Research Station, Tirupati. And also, Dr. P. Anil Kumar, sir, Special Officer, University, Head of Department, Plant Pathology, Advanced PG Center, LAM. We heartily welcome, sir. Finally, my wholeheartedly welcome to the distinguished scientists, different faculties who came from different ICR institutes and state agriculture universities, and also welcome to all the students from different states of central zone of IPS, and also from other states including Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, and Maharashtra also. And I am equally welcome to our print and electronic media who attend to this inaugural session. And also, once again, in this morning, I welcome to all the delegates indirectly participated here. With this welcome, I am handing over to our President, sir, Viswanathan, sir, to conduct further proceedings. Thank you for all.
Good morning to all. Most respected Chief Guest, Dr. Sarada Devi, Honorable Vice Chancellor of ANGRU, and all those eminent plant pathologists or academicians who are there in the dais, including my own colleagues like Dr. Krishna Reddy, Dr. Celia Chalam, and other Dr. M.K. Nayak, and other university officials, Dr. Sivanarayana, Dr. A.V. Ramana, special invitee from Vietnam, Dr. Dak Koa, and IPS Central Zone President, Dr. Jyotsna, Dr. Member Secretary, Dr. Ramana, and dear friends and eminent scientists from different parts of the country, the student friends and present media, good morning to all. I am really happy to be associated with this zonal symposium on very important area that is to be deliberated for 2 days. That is an integrated approaches for managing emerging and re-emerging plant pathogens. So just for briefly, I like to summarize about activities of Indian Phytopathological Society, and especially for those youngsters who are maybe knowing or may not be knowing about the society. This is one of the oldest professional society in agriculture sector, and established in 1947, although it was registered in 1949. 1947 the society was established by none other than Professor Munkur, S.R. Bose, and many other eminent plant pathologists of that time at IRA New Delhi, and we have traveled more than 78 years, and also we have been conducting annual conferences every year, and in between we have established regional chapters. We have 8 zonal chapters like Central Zone comprising Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh. So that way these zonal chapters were established to cater the needs of the regional problem. In annual conferences, due to time limitation, we will not be able to discuss all all the issues pertaining to the entire country, and also even these some regional problems are there that are unique to that particular region. For example, if you talk about hill crops or particularly on rabi crops, and that are some are unique in subtropical region and unique in tropical region, and also like plantation crops as in Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, that is a unique and that cannot be discussed at length in the national conferences. That's why we are conducting these zonal conferences to discuss in depth on this, and also it provides opportunity for all the youngsters, especially the students and young researchers, to get opportunity to expose their themselves and also present their research findings. So that way that is providing a platform for all the youngsters or emerging plant pathologists. And also we also conduct this MJ Narasimhan Award contest. Earlier we used to have a selected number of contestants in the annual conferences, and few years back it was like 10-15 years back we revised this norm that we have one first presentation in the zonal symposium, and there we will have scrutinize and select 2 candidates and pass on to annual conferences. That way the opportunities are given to more number of candidates to participate in this award contest. So that way I am really happy that our campus SV Agriculture College of Angro has taken lots of efforts to organize this 2-day conference. So I will stop with right now, and I will come again, and I invite other senior dignitaries and to give their remarks. So I will conclude later. Once again, thank you and welcome all for this wonderful conference. Thank you.
Now I request our guest of honor, Dr. Nguyen Dak Hova, Vice President and Secretary, Vietnamese Phytopathological Society, Vietnam, to deliver his address.
Dear Dr. Devi, the Vice Chancellor of the University, dear Dr. Viswanathan, the President of the Indian Phytopathological Society, professors, scientists, ladies and gentlemen, it is my great honor to be with you in this special event in India, and it is more important that this is my first time to be in India. I love Indian people, I love Indian culture, and I have had several friends from India. I have kept on promising them to visit India one time, 20 years ago, when I did my master's degree in the International Rice Research Institute. There were several Indian scientists there who were my friends, and I have met them around the world, especially in the US and all the countries, but not in India. I'm thankful to the organizer for inviting me to this special event for my first time in India. I have enjoyed my time during the last 2 days when I arrived in India. Thank you very much. On behalf of the Vietnamese Phytopathological Society, I would like to forward our warm greeting from the President of the Society to honor you in this event. And he wished you the successful and meaningful and fruitful events. Ladies and gentlemen, our Vietnamese Phytopathological Society was established in 2001. During 25 years of establishment and development, we have continued organizing annually the national conferences in phytopathology every year, which is the only one society in Vietnam could do that. Because normally the other society organize the national conference 2 years or 3 years or even 4 years for once. We do that every year. We have 21 society branches all over the country, and we have more than 1,000 members. This year, we organized the national conference in Confer city, in my city, and my university as well. I have a talk this afternoon. I'm going to introduce my place, my university, and more detail in my society to you later. In this short time, I would like to mention that this year marks the 10 years anniversary of the Vietnam-India Comprehensive Strategic Partnership, and this is very meaningful for us to meet and start collaboration, especially between the Vietnamese Phytopathological Society and the Indian Phytopathological Society. We have started our collaboration in different fields, among those agriculture. I'm lucky to work in Biotechnology Institute of my university, Confer University, which is the strongest university in agriculture of Vietnam. And you all know that Vietnam is an agricultural country. So, applying biotechnology in agriculture is one of our priorities between Vietnam and India. And for that, I would like to have our further collaborations from this event. Most importantly, this is the very good opportunity for the two societies in plant pathology to figure out what we can do in the near future. Attending a conference is not just to meet, is to follow up and figure out fruitful collaboration. And by that, I hope after this event, we could do something more and we could have more opportunity to meet again. Thank you very much for your warm welcome, and I have enjoyed Indian people, Indian culture. I love you all. Thank you very much.
Now I request our distinguished guest, Dr. M. Krishna Reddy Garu, former head, Division of Plant Protection, ICR, Indian Institute of Horticulture Research, Bangalore, and currently working at Pro Molecular Sciences Private Limited, to give his address.
Thank you, Dr. Krishna. Good morning to all. I am very much privileged and pleased to present today on this important occasion of Central Zone IPS conference. I am being the student of this college. The 43 years back, remembrance come back to me. The auditorium where we shared most of our cultural programs and annual celebrations. And this is a temple city, unique place for education and learning. And we had a great teachers that time, Professor J. Subbai Garu, Ramakrishna, Dakshinamurthy, many other, Dr. Joseph, many other professors who taught us and inspired in the discipline of plant pathology. Today we are here, and like as a pathologist, the inspiration from this college and the teachers taught the inspiration we received from them. And this conference being very apt, the appropriate emergence and re-emergence of the diseases which are now currently. The re-emergence is because of earlier the older diseases are now becoming serious, or minor diseases are becoming major ones, is mainly because of climate change and change in the cultivation practices, and which all led to the emergence of severe plant disease problems in several crops, field, pulses, cereals, horticultural crops. So to tackle such problems, I think this conference will deliver appropriate technologies and information, and the information generated and the knowledge shared will immensely benefit the students and staff here. And I hope the students and youngsters will learn much more and more competitive spirit and in managing plant health problems in all agriculture crops. I wish a grand success for this conference. Thank you, Honorable.
Now I request our another distinguished guest, Dr. Celia Chalam, Principal Scientist and Head, Division of Plant Quarantine, ICR, National Bureau of Plant Genetic Resources, New Delhi, to give her address.
Thank you, Dr. Josna. Good morning, everyone. Respected Chief Guest, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Sarda Jayalakshmi Garu, Dr. Kowa from Vietnam, and distinguished pathologists, university officials, on the dais, and if I take the names, I am afraid that I will miss the names. That's why I am not taking the names. And distinguished delegates, and dear students, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I would like to congratulate the Journal President, Dr. Josna, and the Counselor, Dr. Pradeep, for organizing this very apt symposium and national conference on integrated approaches for managing emerging and re-emerging plant pathogens. And as Dr. Krishna Reddy already mentioned, the diseases which are re-emerging, which is the minor diseases becoming major diseases, are emerging ones. How do we know that? So, when we were students, we used to go for survey and assess the disease incidence, but nowadays it has taken the back seat. But I would have urged the faculty here to do the surveillance so that you know what are the emerging and re-emerging ones. And prevention is always better than cure, right? So quarantine measures are like your frontline defense mechanisms, like your border security forces at the borders. And also the younger generation, like the students, should think of using artificial intelligence and drone applications as innovative approaches. And with this, I wish the fruitful deliberations today and tomorrow. I wish you all the very best for the successful conference, and thank you very much.
Now I request our special guest, Dr. G. Sivanarayana Garu, Director of Extension, Acharya M.G. Ranga Agricultural University, Guntur, to give his address.
Thank you, madam. Today's symposium and this national conference. Good morning to all. Today's chief guest, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Madam Dr. R. Sarda Jayalakshmi Garu, and other dignitaries on the dais, and my dear students. Actually, mine is the extension. I am as a director of extension. But even I have a lot of field experience. But in a given situation, any farming situation, so everybody should know one industry, this mushroom, very in a big way. So daily will produce more than 10. So this for the so welcome sir, Dr. Sir. The industry now they need this native identification of the native fungi, and he is depending on the spawn for the importing from the other countries. So this is the challenge for the pathologists or any microbiologists. They have to produce their own identification of the native fungi, and they have to produce our own this one spawn production, so that it will income generation for our country also. Then they can depend upon our own mushroom production. Then I have given this symposium 3 R's. One is that rapid detection and diagnosis of this pathogens. So by using the ICT, by using this artificial intelligence, other things, we have to detect easily. And another R is resistance for diseases. So most of the times, major crops, field crops or horticulture crops, we have to develop the resistant varieties for the diseases or the major diseases, maybe fungus, bacteria and viral diseases. And another R is remedies for disease management. This is today's symposium main topic is integrated approach. We cannot depend on only chemical measures. We have to integrate many approaches for the disease reduction, or maybe through various approaches. So all these today's and tomorrow's deliberations, definitely it will bring the concrete results for the future research, or maybe the identification of these research gaps, or maybe the extension and adoption gaps. And I congratulate these organizers for giving me this opportunity. Thank you all.
Now I request Dr. M.K. Nayak sir, former Vice Chancellor, KSN University of Agriculture and Horticulture Sciences, Shimoga, to deliver his address. Okay. I invite Dr. A.V. Ramana sir, Dean of PG Studies, Acharya N.G. Ranga Agricultural University, to deliver his address.
Good morning, everyone. President of today's function, Dr. R. Vishwanathan, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Acharya N.G. Ranga Agricultural University, Dr. R. Sarada Jayalakshmi Devi Madam, Chief Guest of today's function, and a galaxy of distinguished scientists on the dais, name by name, esteemed office bearers of Indian Phytopathological Society, distinguished scientists, academicians from ICR institutes, SAUs, universities across the country, and the delegate from Vietnam, and heads of the departments, dear faculty colleagues, postgraduate and doctoral students, and my young friends in the discipline of plant pathology. It is a matter of great honor and academic privilege to address this august gathering on the occasion of the Symposium Cum SAS National Conference on Integrated Approaches for Managing Emerging and Re-emerging Plant Pathogens, being organized by the Central Zone of the Indian Phytopathological Society under the aegis of Acharya N.G. Ranga Agricultural University at the historical campus of SV Agricultural College, Tirupati. At the outset, heartfelt congratulations are extended to the Indian Phytopathological Society, one of the most respected professional bodies in agriculture sciences, for conceptualizing a theme that is scientifically contemporary, nationally relevant, and globally significant. Plant pathology today stands at a decisive crossroads. Agriculture is facing unprecedented challenges arising from climate change, intensive cultivation systems, narrowing crop diversity, global trade in plant material, and rapid pathogen evolution. Diseases are no longer static or predictable. Pathogens are adapting faster than ever, often outpacing management strategies. Globally, it is estimated that 20 to 30% of the potential crop yields is lost annually due to plant diseases, despite advances in crop protection technologies. In India, diseases losses in major crops such as rice, pulses, oilseeds, cotton, and horticulture crops translate into economic losses running into several thousand crores of rupees each year. These figures underscore the strategic importance of plant pathology in ensuring food security, farmer income stability, and environmental sustainability. The theme of this symposium assumes even a greater relevance in the context of Andhra Pradesh, a state characterized by diverse agroclimatic zones ranging from intensive cultivated Krishna-Godavari delta systems to the rainfed tracts of Rayalaseema. In recent years, the state has witnessed recurring blast and sheath blight in rice, particularly under high nitrogen regimes in delta areas. Downy mildew and banded leaf spot and sheath blight in maize, collar rot, stem rot, and foliar leaf spot in groundnut, especially in Anantapur and Chittoor districts. Fusarium wilt and dieback in chili, a crop of high economic importance. Emerging viral diseases in pulses, vegetables, and oilseeds often linked to vector dynamics and climate variability. The reemergence of bacterial leaf blight in rice, dry root rot in pulse, and soil-borne diseases in chili and cotton serves as a clear reminder that past success do not guarantee future security. These challenges cannot be addressed through single-point solution. They demand integrated, location-specific, and knowledge-intensive strategies, which is precisely what this symposium seeks to deliberate upon. The emphasis on integrated approaches reflects the maturity of the discipline of plant pathology. Sustainable disease management today requires harmonizing classical pathology with modern science. Integrated disease management involves deployment of host resistance with an understanding of resistant durability, cultural and agronomic interventions that modify the disease environment, biological control agents including trichoderma, pseudomonas, and other beneficial microbes, need-based and judicious chemical use, aligned with resistance management principles, advanced diagnostics including molecular and genomic tools, disease forecasting and surveillance, particularly in the context of climate variability. In Andhra Pradesh, practical success have been demonstrated through integration of resistant rice varieties with precise fungicide application, seed and soil treatment-based management of soil-borne pathogens, and biological intervention in horticulture crops. Scaling up such approaches require strong research extension policy linkages backed by sound science. Acharya N.G. Ranga University has consistently endeavored to align education, research, and extension with the evolving needs of agriculture. Hosting this national level symposium at a Agriculture College Tirupati, a campus with distinguished legacy in agriculture education, is therefore both appropriate and meaningful. The Department of Plant Pathology across Angru campuses have contributed significantly in disease diagnostics and surveillance, post-pathogen interaction studies, development of integrated disease management modules, capacity building of students, extension personnel, and farmers. Such academic platforms further strengthen Angru's role as a knowledge hub for crop health management. It is a matter of immense pride that Honorable Vice Chancellor of Acharya N.G. Ranga Agriculture University, a distinguished plant pathologist, is gracing this occasion as chief guest. Vice Chancellor Madam's academic journey as a scientist, teacher, mentor, and administrator stands as an inspiration in the entire academic fraternity. Her deep understanding of plant pathological challenges, research ecosystems, and postgraduate education has translated these progressive academic initiatives, strengthened research relevance, and enhanced institutional credibility. Under her leadership, Angru has reaffirmed its commitment to quality postgraduate education, interdisciplinary research, ethical science, and student-centric academic reforms. Her presence today symbolizes the university's resolve to position plant pathology as a strategic discipline for agricultural resilience and sustainability. As Dean of Postgraduate Studies, it is appropriate to highlight ANGRU's focused efforts to strengthen master's and doctoral research, particularly in plant pathology. The key academic initiatives include promotion of problem-oriented, field-relevant research aligned with farmers' realities, encouragement of advanced molecular diagnostics and pathogen characterization without losing the strength of classical pathology, facilitation of interdisciplinary research involving plant breeding, biotechnology, entomology, soil science, agronomy, and climate studies, structured research, monitoring and mentoring mechanisms ensuring timely completion and quality output, support for scientific publications, conference participation, and professional networking. These measures aim to produce competent, confident, and ethically grounded plant pathologists capable of addressing current and future challenges. A special word of advice to postgraduate and doctoral scholars who gathered here. Plant pathology is not merely a laboratory science. It is a field-anchored, problem-solving discipline. While molecular tools, genomics, and advanced diagnostics are invaluable, they must be anchored in field realities and farmers' needs. Young researchers are encouraged to develop strong fundamentals in classical plant pathology, ask relevant research questions with practical implications, embrace interdisciplinary thinking and collaboration, uphold scientific integrity, originality, and ethical standards. Remember that the ultimate goal of research is impact at the farmer's field. The future of pathology depends on researchers who can connect science with society. Professional bodies like the Indian Phytopathological Society play a pivotal role in nurturing scientific temper, fostering collaborations, and mentoring young scientists. These societies' sustained efforts in organizing such academic platforms significantly contribute to the growth of this discipline. Sincere congratulations are extended to the organizing committee, scientific committees, and all those who involved in planning this symposium with academic rigor and clarity of purpose. In conclusion, it is earnestly hoped that the deliberations during this symposium will lead to innovative ideas, strengthened research networks, and actionable integrated strategies for managing emerging and re-emerging plant pathogens. Wishing the symposium a very grand success and all the delegates a fruitful and enriching academic experience. Thank you, Jai Kisan and Jai Vigyan. Thank you all.
Now, the much awaited address by our Chief Guest, Dr. R. Sharda Jayalakshmi Devi Garu, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Acharya N.G. Ranga Agricultural University.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, eminent scientists, and dear students, good morning to you all. Today, we have gathered here for the National Conference, and I am privileged to be here in the National Conference and the IPS Central Zone Symposium on integrated approaches for managing emerging and re-emerging plant pathogens. I appreciate the efforts of the organizers for conducting this National Symposium on the topic which is very appropriate and timely and also very, very much essential. As we know, the impact of plant pathogens on the society, if we recall the history, the great famines, 1845 Irish famine and 1943 Bengal famine, where they had great impact on the society to have the millions of people's death, malnutrition and migration of the people. Later, it has impacted the agricultural pattern itself and changed the human food habits, where because of the coffee rush we used to take the tea, because of the blister plate of tea we have shifted from coffee to tea, like that. So because of all these changes, all the industries, transport, all the industries, they have suffered due to the plant pathogens. And later, even now also we have been seeing the devastating nature of the plant pathogens, where now they are threatening the food security, farmer livelihoods, and environmental health. All these are being driven by the climate volatility, intensified system intensification, and global trade. We have been observing recently, many a times, we have been observing recently Monta cyclone. We have seen how all the crops have suffered. They have lodged, and many pests, recently coffee borer, great snails, and we know pink bollworm, fall armyworm, all these problems. And similar to that, plant pathological problems, many viruses that are devastating the crop. Like this, we have been facing because of the climate change, because of the intensified agriculture, all these changes. So now, as scientists of agriculture, we should not be in silos. We should cooperatively, we should integrate, or we should go with the science collaboratively. Then only we can have the knowledge, or we can have the complete holistic plant health management. Plant health soil, it starts with the soil itself. How the soil microbes, soil structure, soil physical and chemical properties, they are playing a major role in the plant health. Starting with the soil, then agronomic practices, and breeding for the resistant or tolerant varieties for all the biotic and abiotic stresses. All these put together, we as scientists, we need to think holistically for the plant health. So as we, the scientists, being encouraging the science of development, we need to go with the integration of all the latest agronomical or agricultural tools. Then we need to have a intensified agriculture with all the latest technologies, and then we need to have farmer-friendly, eco-friendly approaches. We need to maintain the protection of the health and also health of the soil and also the plant, and we need to take up the system which is having the biosecurity. So all these put together, sustainable practices can give the plant health. So I hope today's and tomorrow's deliberations will definitely give a way for the future to have the overall holistic plant health management. Thank you very much.
The next program is release of compendium of abstracts that we have received during this conference.
దానికి బ్యాటరీ అయిపోతుంది చెప్పు దానికి కూడా
దాన్ని చూడాల్సింది
చూస్తాను ఇష్టం సరే
చేస్తారండి ఇక్కడ పక్కన ఏరియా కెమెరా సంబంధంగా కెమెరా వస్తుంది
As we all know, under the Society of Agricultural Scientists, we are running Andhra Pradesh Journal of Agricultural Sciences journal. So now I request all the dignitaries to release these the journal copies in the CD format. The next program is felicitation to the guests. I would like to inform that Dr. Yuan Kova has obtained a gift from on behalf of Vietnamese Phytopathological Society. He is offering a gift to the Indian Phytopathological Society. So I request Dr. Vishnadhan sir to receive the gift from this sir.
I have this handmade embroidery picture made in Vietnam. It is a handmade. This is rice cultivation, the major food of half of the world population. And we are the most important rice exporter in the world. So I would like to, on behalf of the Vietnamese Phytopathological Society, I would like to give this.
Now I request Dr. R. Sharda Jayalakshmi ma'am to felicitate our Indian Phytopathological Society President-elect Dr. R. Vishnadhan sir. I request our VC ma'am to felicitate Nguyen Da Kova, Vice President and Secretary General, Vietnamese Pathological Society, Vietnam. Now I request Dr. Sharda Jayalakshmi ma'am to felicitate Dr. M.K. Naik sir, former Vice Chancellor, KSN University of Agriculture and Horticulture Science. Now I request Dr. R. Vishnadhan sir to felicitate Dr. M. Krishna Reddy sir, former head and Division of Plant Protection, ICR, IIHR, Bangalore. Now I request Dr. R. Vishnadhan sir to felicitate Dr. Celia Chalam ma'am. Sir, I request R. Vishnadhan sir to felicitate Dr. G. Sivanarayan sir, Director of Extension. I I request Dr. Vishnadhan sir to felicitate Dr. A.B. Ramana sir, Dean of PG Studies. And I request Sir, Dr. Vishnadhan sir to felicitate our chief guest, Sharanji Lakshman. Now I request now closing remarks by President Dr. R. Vishnadhan sir, President-elect IPS New Delhi.
Thank you again for this opportunity. Really, this first time, probably many of you be feeling that the inaugural session was going to be completed well ahead of the scheduled time. So I thank all the chief guests and all the speakers for sticking to time, and we were able to complete the session so quickly. But also we have come out with very tangible remarks from all the speakers. And also first time I see the chief guest has come without any prepared lecture notes. So she being an eminent plant pathologist, she has given extempore on these major issues that are pertaining to plant pathology or overall agriculture scenario. That way I am really thankful for Madam. Not only this time, many times I have heard her lectures. Even last year when we organized International Phytoplasma Work Group at Lucknow, Madam came forward and attended and delivered inaugural address and also presented research paper also. So that is a level that I think ANGRU is blessed with a eminent plant pathologist who is still having this updated information and science. Thank you, Madam. And your talk really has ignited these our audiences and also other speakers. And almost if you see, and the major issues highlighted that include on the re-emerging diseases. This is the area where we have been deliberating across the crops or across the states. So now this, when we shifted from green revolution to present day, this intensive agriculture practices, and also now the tech-enabled agriculture, new problems have emerged as spoke by all the speakers about the climate change issues. And we are seeing these emerging diseases, especially these newly emerging viruses, phytoplasmas, and even now we have certain unknown etiology. So that's why we, whatever the group, we have the WhatsApp group related to plant protection, we get one or other queries daily on these new problems. And all the speakers have very clearly mentioned about the role of AI and biotechnology or molecular biological tools. So this is the, now we are working almost, we are last 25 years, we have applied molecular biology for just in plant pathology, especially to develop diagnostics. We have very eminent plant pathologists, Dr. Krishna Reddy and Silyachalam. Then there almost more than 30 years they worked on molecular diagnostics and quarantine. They will be delivering further detailed lectures. And that's all. Now we have applied all these molecular diagnosis for identifying the diseases. But now from lab to land, now as mentioned by our the speakers, that we have to apply this artificial intelligence to develop a real diagnostic tool that will be workable under field conditions. I thank all the speakers for making a very clear mention. And also as extension specialist, Dr. Sivanarayana very clearly mentioned major issues. As he rightly pointed out, the plant diseases or insect pests are the major concern for the extension people, be it department or in the university. Farmers come out with these new problems to these extension agencies or the visibility of the society is known through our journal Indian Phytopathology, and now I am happy to inform you that now this journal is under Web of Science. So we are likely to get impact factor this year, and there are lots of concern for many of scientists that this journal does not have impact factor. Definitely we are going to get impact factor this year, and I encourage all the scientists and also the student friends to submit good research articles for our journal. It should not be like a routine research articles, and whatever even the review articles, I request the eminent pathologists to give their views in a short review. Now you need not be long review, and that is another request for the plant pathologist here, so that the citations of the journal will also go up with the expert review, not the review from these youngsters. And since they will combine all the strategies on this particular area, and definitely this is journal visibility will be much more. And once we have, now we have 4 issues per year. If we have more papers, then we will go for 6 issues per year, depending on the support from our fellow colleagues. Even now this acceptance rate is only 30%. That not that we accept all the research papers, the acceptance rate is 30%, and still it is high as per the standard of Springer. This acceptance is 30% is high. So that means some of the journals they have only 20% or 10% to improve the journal quality. So that's why I request the quality research articles from you. and your paper will get more citations, and also our journal also will get more citations. So that is my request. And also there is a special issue now on microbiome, and those who are working on microbiome, you please contribute for a special issue which will be published soon and this year in our Indian, as one issue will be published as a special issue on plant microbiome, and also maybe combined with the biological control. These are about the activities from the society, and thank you once again for the university for giving me this opportunity, and once again I wishing the conference organizers a very success. Thank you again.
Now I invite Dr. M. Pradeep, Organizing Secretary, to propose vote of thanks for this inaugural session.
A very good morning to one and all. On behalf of Organizing Committee of IPS Central Zone and Society of Agricultural Sciences Tirupati, it is my privilege to propose the vote of thanks for this inaugural function. At the outset, I express my sincere gratitude to our Honorable Vice Chancellor Madam, Dr. R. Sada Jalakshmi Devi Madam, for graciously inaugurating this conference and providing constant encouragement and support. And she has been pivotal for organizing this national conference. Without Honorable VC Madam's directions, it would be very difficult for organizing this event at this level. I convey my heartfelt thanks to the President-elect of IPS, Dr. R. Vishwanathan sir, for representing Indian Phytopathological Society, and we know that the society continued efforts in strengthening the plant pathology research and professional network across the country. I extend my sincere appreciation to our distinguished guests, Dr. M. Krishna Reddy sir and Dr. Sidachalam Madam, and special guests, University Administrators, Dr. A.V. Ramana sir and Dr. G. Sivaramayan sir, whose esteemed presence and valuable remarks has added dignity and prestige to this inaugural session. I also thank our guests of honor, Dr. M.K. Naik sir and Dr. Guyen Kova sir, for their invaluable speeches and providing insights for collaborative strategies at this juncture. Our deep appreciation goes to the Society of Agricultural Scientists Tirupati for this collaboration and partnership in hosting this event at a national level. I also thank the Associate Dean of SU Agriculture College Tirupati, Dr. M. Reddy Shekhar sir, and ADR RARS Tirupati, Dr. V. Sumati Madam, whose valuable administrative and logistic support in organizing this event a successful one. I also thank UHOD, Dr. P. Anil Kumar sir, and Head of the Plant Pathology Department, SU Agriculture College Tirupati, Dr. K. Vemna sir, whose valuable leadership is always appreciable. Address, keynote addresses by Consequences of Seed Transmission and Global Plant Virus Emergence by Dr. M. Krishna Reddy sir, followed by National Plant Quarantine System for Crop Biosecurity Against Exotic Pathogens by Dr. V. Silachalam Madam, and followed by Innovative Strategies for Sustainable Plant Health Management by our Honorable Vice Chancellor Madam, Dr. R. Sada Jayalakshmi. Thank you, one and all. Thank you for your patience and support. I request all the PG students, PhD students, and IABM students to sit here for keynote speakers, to attend for keynote speaker addresses. Thank you. I request all the participants and students to assemble here by 11:45 a.m. to complete high tea and photo session. Please make a note in change in the schedule. I request all the delegates to join the photo session first, followed by the high tea. I request all the delegates to join the photo session first. Participants, delegates, and the students to join for photo session at the entrance of the auditorium, followed by high tea, and then followed by keynote speaker addresses. Thank you. All the registered delegates, please assemble at the entrance of the auditorium.
ఓకేనా?
ఓకే.
ఆ స్క్రీన్ పెట్టేసి వదిలేవా? లైవ్ ఖాళీగా ఉంటుంది వాళ్ళు.
ఏం చెప్పాడు అంటున్నా? మళ్ళీ అదే ఫోన్ తీసుకొని మీ తమ్ముడు చేసావా? ఇప్పుడు నా ఫోన్ ఏ ఫోన్ వాడుతున్నావా? ఆ ఫోన్ వాడుతున్నావా? ఇంటి మేమకే
చేసి గెస్ట్ హౌస్ పంపిస్తే చాలాసార్లు ఇచ్చేస్తారంట. వాటి మీద పేర్లు రాసేసి అన్నీ లేదు స్టూడెంట్స్కి ఇచ్చేసి పంపిస్తారు.
అర్థం ఖాళీ అయిపోతా రేపు సాయంకాలం వస్తుంది ఇప్పుడు మళ్ళీ పొద్దున స్టార్ట్ అయితే అర్థంగా రేపు మధ్యాహ్నం స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది సాయంకాలం నైట్ ఖాళీ అయిపోతుంది నైట్ ఏమైనా వస్తారో కానీ కిచ్గాడు వస్తాడు కిచ్గాడు కూడా బాధ పోరా ఆయన కూడా ఒక కిలు కొట్టరు కిలు కొట్టాడు రెస్ట్ అంటాడు అది వాళ్ళు ఉన్న కైనా కొట్టాడు అక్కడ అది వస్తూ
అవన్నీ దేనికి ఇంకా ఇగో తీసుకుని రా ఇగో అతను కూడా తమ్ముడు
కొంచెం క్రాస్